From the beginning, we were wrong, and only now, well into the second decade of the conflict, have we begun to understand the mistakes we have made. We lived in harmony among the Fae, in a world awakened to new magic. Perhaps we should have foreseen what might be born on this rising tide. What force might awaken. A force powerful enough to twist even the eternal and immutable Fae folk. But Gadflow, the new king of the Winter Court, surprised us all. Singular among his people, he was all that other Fae were not. Aggressive, ambitious, visionary. He had power like none we had ever seen, terrible and deadly. Gadflow and his followers, the Tuatha Deon, believed that a new god was to be born in the east, beneath Gadflow's crystalline fortress of Amathan. In the name of that god, they marched to war against the young races of Amalur. Against a mortal army, no matter the power of their god, we might have been victorious. But the Fae are creatures of magic, not bound by the laws of life and death. Each Tuatha fallen on the battlefield would soon rise again, for the Fae do not know death as we do. How could we stand against such a force? For 10 years the war raged. For 10 years the armies of Men and Alpha fought and died. But as our numbers dwindled, we knew that it was only a matter of time. Our fate had been written. At least, that is what we believed. Until you died.
What do you think this one is then? Alpha? Doran? Could even be a Jotun. Always a surprise, eh, Garan?
Eyes on the job, boy. Don't matter what it is. Dead's dead. And be thankful for that. All we've seen. Go on and pull back the sheet, though. It'll need to be in our report, one way or the other. human. And not in bad shape. Almain by the look of him. You know how you can tell? Turn him over. See if there's a stick in his arse. All right then. Make sure it goes into the report. You know he'll want all the details.
Amazing how well the body held up. Better than I've seen.
I'm just glad it's not moving. Must have been born under a lucky star, this one.
Anything else we need?
Unless you'd like to name him, I think we're done. Put him with the others.
Well, that's it for you then. Better luck next time. Scatter, children of dust! Scatter before the might of the Tuatha! Stay away!
Help! Anybody!
No child of dust shall. You! Up there! Please help me! Please! I know there's a more mortal scum. No matter. You'll all die. Oh, thank you. Thank you. If you hadn't come along, Wait. I've seen you before. On the slab. You were dead. It worked. By the tome, it worked. You're alive. You died. I don't know how or even where. But your body was remade in the Well of Souls, and somehow it worked. The well restored your soul to your body, and it worked. We must get you to Professor Hughes right away. He'll have questions for you. Professor Formorus Hughes, the Well of Souls is his life's work. The Tuatha are coming into the lower levels. If we hurry, we should be able to beat them to the top. Take these. They'll help keep you safe long enough to get to Hughes. Now, let's get going! Oh my. You don't know? Perhaps the process damaged your memory. They are the Tuatha Deon, the enemy of all the young races. We've never seen them this far inland. Not even during the invasion. I don't know why they're here. I wish I could tell you more. You showed no signs of life when we removed your new body from the well's waters. We just put it in the furnace room with the others. We would have never done that if we knew. The Well of Souls is just ahead. You'll see. And it works. It restored you to life. There will be plenty of time to explain later. We've got to get going. He'll be in his study on the ground floor of the tower. At least, I hope he's there. And safe. Let me get this door. Right this way. You go first. This is what they're after. Our greatest invention, the Well of Souls. Imagine an end to woe, an end to death. Come on, there's no time to waste. Move, move! One of the storerooms. See if you can find anything useful. Wait! Do you hear something? More to Arthur!
Beat the guards, Dustling!
You're going to need more than just that sword. That one had a bow. Get it? Archers up ahead. Best shoot them before they see us. It's over. Go, go! daggers are deadly if you catch an enemy unaware. Their speed more than makes up for their size. More up ahead. If you can sneak up on them with your daggers, you should be able to finish them quickly and quietly. Cave blossoms only respond in the presence of magic. Perhaps there is more to you than it seems. Incredible! What are you? completely covered the tunnel. Maybe you can use that staff to burn a path through. Not more spiders. Burn them! Burn them! Hurry! Get out of here! Bastard! Wait, you're Insult! Get away! What is this? That's what I intend to find out. He came out of the well.
What? Then he'd better get inside to see the old man. Quick, before those Tuatha make another push.
This is where we part ways. But take whatever you want from this armory. We might have a few things that would fit you. Just make sure you get your shoes. We can hold off the Tuatha here. I suppose these might be able to help. If the Tuatha realize what you are, you'll need them. We can't risk you getting killed. You're proof that the well can work. Don't you realize what that means? Just keep going past the top of the well. Hughes will be there in his study. I'll see you on the outside, if fate wills it. Ah, plate armor. Nothing protects quite like layers of impervious metal.
Bossy, we've never seen the Tuatha this far.
If you can walk, you don't need my help.
Leather armor is thin, but will give you the speed to reach an enemy. Simple cloth frees your body and mind. That's why I made it.
You come out of the well and the Tuatha. Bossy Hughes. We haven't got much time.
You've made it! And look at you! Even with all you've been through. The Tuatha, your return from the dead? Please forgive me. You must be terribly confused by all of this. I am Fomerus Hughes, and this is my laboratory at Alistar. Everything you see here is dedicated to one thing, the Well of Souls, the pursuit of immortality. And you're my first success. If we only had the time, there's so much we might learn from one another. The Fae are complicated. I could write 10 volumes on the effects of immortality on their pseudo-feudal court system alone. The Tuatha are a radical splinter of the Fae. Insane, bloodthirsty, and immortal. Even when they die, their essence returns home to be reborn later. They hate mortals like you and me, and want us wiped off the face of Amalur. I can only imagine how much they hate the idea of mortals being reborn. I am Fomerus Hughes, Scholar of Vivification Prime Circle. We're standing above my life's work, the Well of Souls. There's so much to learn about you, though. I imagine it's all a bit muddled. A side effect of the prismere? Shape of the basin? No. If only we had more time. You don't know. They're called the Tuatha. They were once Fae folk of the Winter Court, but they've been twisted by their Lord Gadflow. But how could they have found us out here? We're miles away from the front lines. The war has never touched Dalantarth. And why attack the well? I wish I could tell you more, but your death is a mystery to me as well. It seems that your memory died with your body. You see, the well is designed to capture the soul of someone recently deceased, recreating their physical form within its waters. Simple, really. Your rebirth is the first we might truly call a success. There have been others, but the results weren't quite right. It's been my life's work. Decades of research with a singular goal, ending death itself. And now, you're the only proof that it's a success. But why did it work on you and no one else? What makes you different from the others? There are so many questions to ask, and if we're to get any answers, we've got to get you someplace safe. Wait, where are you going? No time for pleasantries. We've got to get you to safety. Too much to explain right now. The Tuatha have come to stop my work, but I don't believe they know about you. Not yet. What's important is getting you out of here safely. You're the only proof of what we've achieved here. I may not be able to save the well, but I can ensure that its only success is safe. Yes, you're right. I've got my notes, but it's most important that you stay safe. It's just that you're... Wait, where are you going?
Fascinating. Simply astounding. I'm not certain what's caused it, but somehow...
Yes, as I was saying, I'm not sure what... Perhaps I should go see.
Sir! Mr. Hughes! The Tuatha have breached the lab! They're inside the lab!
No! We've got to get you out of here now! Quickly! Follow the path to the town of Gorhart. Find Agath. He's a friend, and he may be able to help. No matter what else, stay alive!
Thank Matharu, another survivor. Are there any more? I suppose that's a little bit of kindness from fate. May those still trapped inside rest peacefully. This was supposed to be a nice isolated grove. So much for that. Who knows why the Tuatha hate mortals? Who knows why the Fae do half the things they do? For Morris Hughes was one of the greatest minds of our generation. The Well of Souls was a dream that was almost too good to come true. The well was a beautiful dream, an end to death, a cure to tragedy. It would have made war pointless. It could have saved the world. We should have known it was too good to exist. Now our friends have paid the price. Stay safe. We'll be moving soon.
No more.
Another survivor? But I've never seen you in the tower. Were you one of the Professor's assistants in the downstairs projects? Did he escape with you? That sounds like him. Professor Hughes was very thoughtful. I mean, he is very thoughtful. I'm sure he found a way to get out. He must have! Alistair is remote enough that we don't get a lot of visitors. And with our research, fewer visitors means fewer questions. I just don't understand the Tuatha. I mean, most Fae aren't violent. The wild ones can be, but no more than any forest animal. But the Tuatha are some sort of cult among the Winter Fae. Before they invaded Erethel, no one could have imagined the Fae ever marching to war. We all knew Fomerus was a genius, but I'll admit, even I had my doubts about him being able to bring the dead back to life. Guess the Tuatha weren't very pleased that it worked. Oh, you mean Agarth? He visits Hughes every once in a while. I never could figure out why they got along. He's friendly enough, if a bit odd. You should be able to find him in Gorhart, just down the road, past the ruins. You can't miss it. Brilliant idea, the Well of Souls. Plucks dead people out of the ether, rebuilds their body, and brings them back to life. At least that's what it was supposed to do. Guess we'll never know if it worked now. We should be safe here. At least a little longer.
Told them we needed more guards. I saw you fighting there. We could have used more of you. Did they really have a troll? Not for you, maybe, but I lost good soldiers in there. They were battle-hardened and wielding the best Tedescan steel. How could you do better than them with just rags and rubbish? We started building here when they found Prismere in the mines nearby. Never thought we'd see Tuatha this far out west, though. I never did trust Fae to begin with. Well, those Tuatha are the worst sort. They waged some sort of holy war against humans and Alpha for years now. But the front's all the way out east. What are they doing out here? How did they know about this place? They're technically a type of wild Fae. Related to the Fae of the summer and winter courts, actually. Dangerous enough in the wild. The Tuatha also use them in their army. Hughes ran off, you say? I wouldn't worry too much. The old man's tougher than he looks. And he's always got a plan. Fate weavers? Ah, charlatans. Hughes swears by them. But I'll be damned if I trust my future to some cards. The well was incredible. But it took armloads of Prismere crystals to keep the thing active. That's why we built it so close to the Stone Candle mines. They even put in a few tunnels to deliver the crystals directly into the well. I told them it wasn't safe. Looks like I was right. Again. Good luck out there.
remember you. You're the one? How did you come back? How did you find me here? No, I had no idea anything like that would happen. The Well of Souls is bigger than one gnome's pet project. My employer pays for information about its progress. I just send the reports to make some money on the side. I never wanted anyone to get hurt. I don't have... Okay, here. It's all I've got, plus what I got paid for the information. I don't want any part of this. I'm going home to Odessa. Good riddance to Hughes and his damn well.
You've come from the tower, haven't you? Name's Agarth. Maybe you can help an old Fate Weaver, eh? Fate Weavers look at the great tapestry of fate. The threads will tell us how a life will unfold. But knowing the future and being able to change it are two very different things. Did he? Poor old Fomerus Hughes. He respected the way the world works. What a shame. He's probably dead by now. The cards told me that the Well of Souls would work, but Hughes's success would come on the day of his death. He took it pretty well, honestly, although we did a lot of drinking after that. I suppose I could spare a little help in memory of Hughes, or in celebration of his success. Whichever. You're the one. Then that means... it all makes sense now. The cards this morning. I drew the Gravedigger, the Running Man, and the Beast. Prepare yourself. They're coming. What? How? What are you? The threads of fate.
I've seen them before, but I've never seen anyone manipulate them like that. You just changed how the world was supposed to work. How did you do that? You just... Fate is the will of the gods. No mortal should be able to change it. How is that even possible? Come here. I'm going to do a reading. You might be able to change the threads, but fate will still have a plan for you. I promise not to tell you if I see your death. It's a gift. Some people paint landscapes, other people write poetry. I peer into the weave of fate's tapestry and see people's deaths. That would be my guess. He was an academic, but he had a proper respect for fate's plan, unlike most gnomes. That's fine, but you don't have to. But I can see that you're nervous. Relax. This is what fate weavers do. I'll be seeing your thread in the weave of fate. Who you are, what you've done, where your path takes you. Or at least, I should be. You're real, right? I swear I haven't had that much... I am. But still, I've never seen someone whose fate was just missing. Not even when I was drunk as the king of ballads. This doesn't make sense. All mortal creatures have a place in the pattern. You should have one too, dead or not. If this is true, and I'm not saying I believe it, then your path is yours to determine. It could mean nothing, or it could mean everything. The world is changing. You might be a sign of that, or maybe the cause. I've never had a reason to doubt my own readings, but we should consult with Arden. He's not a friend, but he's got a good eye for the tapestry. I'll meet you at his home to the east. I'm going to see if I can be of any help to the wounded at the tower. Once I was Agarth the Unyielding, the Blade of Avgrum. I wrestled the Colossus Priestess and declined knighthood by the High King of the Fae. I was a hero of men, but that wasn't enough for me. I joined the Fate Weavers, hoping to find a way to conquer destiny itself. Turns out fate is the one thing I couldn't fight. You can find Arden's little cottage in the middle of Jovan. Had to move there when he got run out of town. He's a damned good Fate Weaver, but that doesn't make you very popular. Especially not in dark days like these.
The Tuatha aren't like any Fae I've ever known. They're cruel, bloodthirsty, and savage. Why, they're practically human. Hughes was always an odd one. Curious and determined as any of his kind, sure. He never shut up about his work. But he always knew what was important. He didn't worry about dying as long as he knew he'd get the well working. The Fate Weavers were once a great, unified order of sages from all the mortal races. We foretold the destinies of kings and gods. But that power takes a toll. Nobody likes bad news. And all the news in the world is getting worse. The Order splintered long ago. Now the old traditions are all but lost. And all I foretell is the fate of my beer. And I see it being empty soon. We are all threads in the tapestry of fate. Measured, woven, and cut according to a great plan. Fate Weavers undertake the task of reading those threads. Our title always was a bitter lie, since we have no control over how that tapestry is woven. But you do. And when a Fate Weaver looks at your place in the weave, we see only the shapes of what you may choose to become. That's just it. I don't know if you've got one, but that's why we're going to see Arden. He lives in a little hut to the east in Yulven. I'll meet you there. What could this all mean? Still here, huh? Can't quite decide if you want to hear what the cards say, can you? What could this all mean?
all the songs in halls of lore, there echoes none more grand than Olane's many feats of might, the pure and lady of the light. She is a knight of golden knot. She is the cure seeker, the conscience of the summer fae. She is the heart of spring, of day.
Everyone just stand back. The warden can't work when you're crowding so close. Go back to your business. Go on.
Can you believe those monks?
Keep moving. This business doesn't concern you. Unless you're an expert scholar on the Fae, I'd suggest you move along. No reason to be out in the open with the Red Legion about. Bandits, but no ordinary bandits. Surely you've heard of Red the Dead Idward. They say he drinks the blood of his captives, that he consumes their souls. Or perhaps those are just rumors. You should be fine if you stay inside the village. Once you go beyond the boundaries of Gorhart, however, your life is in your hands. What are they? I'm not sure, but they've been here for longer than any of us can imagine. They're older than the trees. They have to be. They grew them. Humans and immortals cannot live together in peace, at least not forever. The peace we have with the Summer Court is unnatural. That's my opinion. You might call it a Fae nation, one of two united factions that rule their kind. The Summer Court are not exactly allies, but they do let us be, most of the time. It's the other Fae, the Winter Court, that has spawned the dreaded Tuatha, a vicious clan of killers who wish to defeat and enslave all mortals. Are you playing a trick on me? I would hope so. We're going on 10 years of the mortals and the Tuatha locked in a deadly embrace. Normally, I'd decry the bloodshed, but this is a conflict that we cannot afford to lose. I'd never seen one of them until a day or so ago. It appears that a small group of warriors ventured inland to strike behind our lines. Believe the stories, friend. The Tuatha were mad. They have been touched by a dark magic. They are wholly corrupted, and they are the enemy. I don't know if you noticed, but St. Ordwig's mission closed its gate moments before that Fae's body turned up on the road. I don't like what that suggests. Not at all. The Brothers of St. Ordwig's are an odd sort, scurrying back and forth across the mission like squirrels gathering nuts. I wonder what goes on behind those closed doors.
I don't care what you race. It's a tragedy whenever anyone's savage like this. Just look at the poor creature. She's been beaten to the brink of death. The Fae may be strange, but they certainly don't deserve this. I've seen many bandit clans in the Crystal War and back home, but these men are a particular breed. They like their victims weak and bloody. The Red Legion has been a presence in the area for several weeks now. Our people are scared to show their faces after dark. I'm the Warden of Gorehart. I've been back from the war for only 6 months and been Warden for less than 2. Now here I am with an injured Fae on my doorstep. I've spent most of my life dealing with them, but they aren't like us. Not at the core. Gorehart has become a sort of refuge for those settlers who wish to live a life free of Fae. I don't see that lasting. No, I don't know what the Tuatha would be doing this far from the front lines. They're a wicked breed, though, and I pity the man who meets up with them in these darkened forests. Peaceful Fae make up the tribe known as the Court of Summer. That's about all I know. Little more than rumors and we keep a precarious peace with the Court of Summer, one that's tested every day. But we're a good community full of good people. We have our eccentrics, sure, but we work hard and live quietly. Our fate rests in the hands of a few chosen who fight in the east. You wouldn't even know it in Gorehart. We're miles away from the smoke. It appears she was attacked with some manner of short blade. People simply stood by as she called for help. No one lifted a finger. I don't know whether we possess the knowledge to treat such a wound. Frankly, I don't even know if I could save a mortal with such grievous wounds. It's difficult to say. We've been plagued by the Red Legion for days. But it's not their... In case you haven't heard, there have been some Tuatha sighting in the woods to the west, so that's also a possibility. It's unlikely, though. Well, you're the only one. With all the troubles we've suffered in this village, people are weary of adversity. They'd rather just ignore it. I'm going to suggest something a bit... untraditional. Seek her wisdom. I would do it, but... I am a coward. That's the truth. Perhaps a Fae will know how to heal a Fae. She spends her days in the precipice overlooking the village. She doesn't think we're aware of her presence, but we most certainly are. Hope you stay in town.
Welcome to Gorehart, the last settlement before the Feylands. How can I fill your pack today? The Alfar and the Tuatha have been at each other's throats for nearly a decade now. I can't remember the reason. I wonder if they can, the fools. Some call it the Camp of Cowards, on account of it being settled by those who refuse to enter the fort. There's Nettie the Smith, and Nanny handles potions and remedies. The inn's across the way if you fancy a pint. Keep an eye out. You will find it settled on a small lake beside the eastern road. Compared to Gore, I refuse to speak of them. Please respect my wishes. The Fae are elemental creatures, magical and strange. None too considerate of us mortals either. They see us like... It's best that you stay out of the eastern forest. I've seen things you can't even imagine. The road is dark and dangerous. Me, widowed, going on 5 years now. All my boys were taken by the Tuatha. Both sons, my brother, and my beloved Avery. Oh, I doubt it's an organized group. More likely that it's one scared idiot with a knife. I heard someone in the village. I told you. I will say no more on this matter. Come see me again.
We've buried so many in the cemetery on the hill. Someday there'll be good news to celebrate again. Someday.
Are you here for a weapon? Going to earn a lord's favour in this ridiculous war, are you? Troublesome creatures, the Alfar. No doubt this war is a result of their meddling in the affairs of others. We here in Gorhart are far from the front, and deliberately so. Our hearts may be with the Alfar, but our bodies stay here, safe on the other side of Dalentarth. We've seen our fair share of dead. The truth is, we have as many cemeteries as... Look around you. These are no mere woods. This is the heart of the Feylands. Once you enter the forest, you won't emerge... I hear their warriors die as easily as any others, only they don't stay dead. That I intended to pledge my sword to the Alfar, to fight the blasted Tuatha. Had my helmet freshly polished, then I saw the carts headed west. They carried the corpses of the fallen, some all the way from Melsenshire. The Fae are one with this land in ways that no mortal race could ever be. They are true. Leave the village, walk 50 paces in any direction, and you'll find a Fae. Pray it's a friendly one. It is an Alfar stronghold in the east. And if the reports from the front are to be believed, Melsenshire is all that stands between the Tuatha and us. I was raised to know weapons before anything else. You won't meet many women who could fashion arrow fletchings before they could speak. So long.
Welcome to Gorhart. Did you see the war sworn? The post in Gorhart would be an easy one if not for all the thieves and murderers. Welcome.
Burke Adwal has more than his fair share of challenges. What with the Red Legion...
Don't let your guard. The Tuatha will get what they deserve. Sister Zelda has a point. How can the one...
If I have to listen to that, Sister Zelda... That Fae girl got what was coming to her.
Burke Adwald thinks we should hold council with the Fae.
Pull up a stool, stranger. We don't have much, but what we have won't leave a hole in your pocket. New to the area? I don't recall the last time... There are two groups. There used to be... The Loselfar are cool, slightly aloof. The Dockelfar, however, are very friendly, but their charm masks a mischievous nature. I must be honest. Sometimes I forget who we are fighting. All I know is that the humans and Alfar have been... I've worked here since I was a girl. Arnik runs... If you need a healer's touch, Katrin works out of a room upstairs. She's Alf. It's as good a place as any, I guess. I worry more about Nanny Henry, the creepy old alchemist. Nothing of interest to tell. I'm just a simple farm girl from the plains of Erethel. I left home as a girl and travelled. All I know is what I've heard from That would explain the beauty of these woods. I feel terrible about what happened to that girl. Gorhart used to be a nice little village. These days, vast rolling hills east of here near the coast. You should head that way if you wish to join the war effort. Don't be a stranger. Yeah, what can I get you? Hi.
Work.
Times are hard, but hard times can pay if you're willing to take risks. If you have the sword and stomach for this sort of work, we could use another strong arm among the warsworn. That's me, warsworn since before you've been drawing breath, and Oathblade near as long. Peaceful enough, if it's peace and quiet you like. Trouble with... Easy now, stripling. Earn your way to Pledge Shield first. Then, in Fiver, there's a war in the east. Some say they've seen Tuatha in these parts. Some may try to colour it with fancy words. You'll find those who have taken the oath are held in the highest respect all over Amalur. Think if you must. If I'm not here, you could take your chances with Old Tyne in Shieldring Keep without my endorsement. They're unlike any fae you've ever seen. Red eyes to match their armour, and fierce as rabid wolves. We're fighters for hire. There are none better with steel, swinging it, or shaping it, and none held in higher regard. What have you been living under? We've been at war with the Tuatha for 15 years. Fae are folk, but not mortal folk. They're not concerned with the things we mortals are. A name taken by some lot of scoundrels to glorify their thievery. A name breeds fear and doesn't die like a man. But killing the men who use the name is a start, eh?
We have what you need.
I am Katrin. Do you require my healing touch in mind, body, or both? I require a nominal fee only so I may eat and have a bed to call my own. The glorious Alfar city to the east is where the forces of right gather to face the Tuatha. It is an enchanting place with a long history of magic. Find the fair folk if you wish to learn the ways of magic. They understand this world in a way that is hidden from mortals. You will find many fae in Dalentarth, as it is one of their ancestral homes. Magic is a natural wonder, no matter how you use it. The Tuatha are the exception. Their power is tainted, and it has caused a grave imbalance. The forests of this region are one of the densest in all of Amalur, and the stretch from Alistar to Issa. Those of us who live in the shadow of its canopy call Dalantarth the Feylands, because this is where these fair folk... This has been my home ever since my love was taken by the Tuatha. After I buried everything I was when I buried my family. That is the war's legacy for many of us. That is all I have the strength to say. I am unable to watch while others suffer. Too many mortals have fallen prey to the Tuatha, and I could not stomach it. So I left my home in Rathir and travelled west. There are many Almain villages just like this one, yearning for peace, crying out in pain. What good are my gifts if I cannot make what is broken whole again? The Gnome's Tower stands to the west, past Gorhart and beyond the ruins of Alistar Glade. However, no one should seek Alistar. Its secrets should be kept. Be safe.
I don't feel comfortable with a Fae in Gorhart. Injured, uninjured, doesn't matter. It's a bad omen.
Stay close to the village.
Hey there. Yeah, what can I get you? look around.
Nice to see you.
Content to live among the lives of the mission? They look down their eyes at you. They laugh at your ignorance. Mitharu does not dwell behind the mission's walls, no. She is in every rock and every tree, every bud and every storm. She is with all of us.
Nothing to see back here. Just a man working for his pay. We in Gorhart like to stay focused on our business. Gorhart is an Almain settlement, so you won't find too many Alfar here. I'd rather not talk about it. My past is a murky place. If there was ever a reason to believe that the Alfar fight without any true knowledge of the enemy they face, I've seen... Suits my needs just fine. It's remote, away from the shadows of the Crystal War. It's also quiet. Well, the peace between mortals and the Fae is a passing. Those fools in that mission on the hill are wasting their days. Creatures of such power. What do you know of the Red Legion? Gorhart is an Almain settlement, so you won't find too many Alfar here. Their goal is to convince... You should speak with them if you haven't already. They are so...
Herc will protect us.
Hello there.
the order that Mitharu has given us. I see no order in... Whatever you do, avoid the monks of St. Odwig's Perpetual. They deal in lies. It is the name I chose when I baptized myself in the clear waters of Mitharu. I have undergone the ordination. If such creatures were not part of the authorities' plan, then they would not exist in nature, period. Mitharu's divine order governs all, even the Fae. She was wronged by someone in this village. That is an injustice I can understand. By its appearance, you'd assume Goreheart is a pleasant place. Never make assumptions. You don't know. It is less a mission than a fortress of deception, a citadel of lies. Father Dinwell will try to defend his cause, but he is simply a soldier, marching to the orders passed down to him. None of them have minds of their own. He would be a good man if he could see past the rigidity of his faith. Mitharu embraces all, not simply those that the Church deems worthy.
Welcome to St. Odwig's Perpetual Mission. I would invite you in, but the Order has been too trusting in the past. We try to learn from our mistakes. Although, one never knows what might be a test of faith. You have arrived just when I am in need of aid, so perhaps Mitharu is at work. Frustrating, that one, stubborn to the spirit. She claims to know the will of Mitharu better than those of us who have spent a lifetime studying scripture. If only she would be touched by the hand of reason. I have been with the mission since its founding. These boys are like my sons. I live my life as an example of Mitharu's wishes for our kind. The Fae are stubborn fools. They treat the first bricks were laid 50 years ago. Alas, we have yet to convert a single one. We at St. Odwig's have worked for years to establish a presence on this hill. It's not been without its challenges. The call of the Feylands does not fall upon deaf. 2 nights ago, Egan ventured past the walls to collect firewood and never returned. We must Mitharu be prayed. Brother Egan was last seen northeast. Please find him. Perhaps then we can welcome you into the fold with open arms. He is a good boy, but our youngest, and I tried my best to comfort him and tell him that Egan was last seen in the woods outside the wall. Bless you, child.
Enough of the oppression! Enough of the lies! Enough of the spiritual hoarding and claims of superiority! Mitharu does not judge. She loves. Are we not lied to enough? We are at war! We scrabble for every supper! We live in fear of one another. Shouldn't the mission unite us?
Welcome. Don't believe what they say. Nanny Henry never worked at the Alistar Tower. She's just trying to scare people. The Red Legion is about.
You there? Do you feel nauseous? Itchy? Have you noticed any... No, this situation could not be any worse. If the red... Why ask questions when you could never understand the answers? It's clear your prowess is... If you must know, something of value has been stolen. And only my apprentice, Karth, and I knew of my work on the formula. But he's gone missing as well. It was an early version, unstable and rife with potential. To say more would be to reveal my secrets. All I can say is that it involved... His name was Karth Hilfred. I found him one morning outside. I've never seen one so eager to learn. I do not deserve such goodwill after what I've engineered. I'm not sure where Karth may have gone, but I knew that before he came to me. Once you've ensured Karth's safety, you must learn what's happened to my formula. When you do... He always spoke of his time as a wastrel living in the abandoned halls of Agnor Farhall, the Arathi ruin. For years I dabbled in alchemy, healing. Now I spend my sleepless nights in search of a formula that will end such conflicts forever. Goodbye.
Don't believe Father Dinwell when he tells you that Mitharu was male. Mitharu is a god, not a mortal. She is all of us, not some of us. The Fae are not our enemy. Only those who seek to poison us should be reviled. That includes the brothers of St. Odwig's.
Come on, yeah, what can I get you? Don't be a stranger.
What do you want?
welcome. Care to part with some gold? Come see me again.
I don't know if what the Fae say about these stones is true, but if it is, well, this is just too good to not save forever. Lystrom was out of town when Artol was visiting. Now, Lystrom doesn't know Artol, and Artol is older and strange. She could be mistaken for a Fate Weaver. So, when Lystrom came back to town, here was Artol the Oracular. I said to Lystrom, I hear her readings are amazing. You should go. Oh my, you should have seen it. A rooster, she said, will change into a man, and this man will become your lover. He will provide for you, and he will make you laugh, and he will make your life exciting and easier. But, and this is something you can never forget, he must never eat chicken. And once in a while, he will need to peck at things on the ground, and every morning at the break of dawn, you'll hear a loud cry from him.
May your hollow gods keep you mortal. I am called Aerie. Your face is new to me. You're different from those in Gorhart. They amuse me, and I strive to learn all I can from them. Have you come to ask about the Tuatha? I can offer only what I know, and hope it will suffice. I find them so interesting. From their vestments to their odd habits and demeanors, strange creatures you are. Strange. Feylands? Yes, I've heard these words before, but do not understand their meaning. There are only Fae, and there is... Yes, I witnessed this crime, although I did not recognize the one who perpetrated it. The victim was Illuvia, but I knew her only by name. You must be hoping that I can offer advice, but I cannot. If she is meant for the Great Cycle, however, I would be quite interested to find out whether one of my kind would benefit from one of your mortal realms. It will need to be powerful. Your delicate forms are far more sensitive than ours. In fact, it's astounding that you survive as long as you do. Perhaps your mortal apothecary can provide one. You can always create the potion yourself if you possess the skill. We are kin to the seasons, and mortals may view the warmth of the petals and smell the beauty of a newborn bud. But all of us are at the mercy of the changing season. If it is one's time to pass into the Great Cycle, then we must not protest. The passing is keeping with autumn, and is as natural as the eventual rebirth. Farewell.
Greetings!
Nice to see you.
Time is of the essence. That's never been more true. I'm sure I have a vial somewhere in this cottage, but I do not have the time to search for it. I'm sorry. Do you really think I'm able to part with anything, much less one of my finest mixtures? This is a place of research. There is no charity. Farewell.
You there! Halt! Going to make trouble, are you? You're not going anywhere. You there! Halt! You don't have the gold. I grow tired of this. Going to make trouble, are you? Die, villain!
Speak, Two Legs! Please, help me! Other Two Legs are cruel. They will not help. You believe me? Many think I am just another Two Legs. I still have wolf thoughts in my head. But two-leg bodies are so... The sprites are near. Even now I smell them. But I cannot fight in this. Thank you, Two Legs. But the task will not be warned. The sprites have much magic. For the well they guard is older than the sprites guard the well, which is near the river to the north. It is a black pool. Old when the mighty trees were saplings. It used to wander. I was cursed. My brothers and sisters think me, but it is worse than that. Your two-leg life is unbearable. As well. Two Legs, do you come to me empty-handed? What is the meaning? The well holds powerful magic, as old as these trees. Our elders throughout the forest, it would vanish before I was cursed. I remember... Leechwood? That is the two-leg name for that wood that feasts on strength. The scent of the well was strong with its odor. In my hands well.
For a while I thought only the war swore. Henry Kell's my name. Traveller by vocation. I have no trade, but I do have a job for one. Most travellers have qualms about dealing with the fair folk. Harder to read than a human, and few. These ballads, Fae, they are not only rich in lore. I've heard snippets of a ballad, and a beautiful ruby ring. And I never met a traveller before, have you? We may look humble, but our purses or you can find a lot of coin if you know where to look. And when. The ballad is called Ring and Reprisal. I know little about it, but if we reenact in the story, a maiden asks a champion to reclaim a ring stolen by a troll. It's a few years too late, but I'll play the role of the maiden. You be the champion. First, you must prove your prowess by hunting wild antelope and bring back something to lure the troll. Who knows? You'd have better luck getting an answer. You can find antelope nearby. Bring them down and get proof of your kills. We'll need them later on. It is the story of a maiden who lost her ring to a greedy troll. The champion killed antelope and used the carcass as bait. The ballads of these fae repeat naturally, but if we reprise it now, we can force the troll and... May your kills be clean.
Interesting. You're not at all what I expected to find here. I trailed a band of Tuatha to this place. They killed the Fate Weaver. I was hoping his corpse would give me an idea of why they were here. Now I know. They were hoping to find you. Knowing you, you're definitely involved. But something tells me I know you better than you knew yourself. Don't you remember me? I'm hurt. No time for introductions now. The Tuatha are still on the move. I'm certain that we'll see one another again. Soon. Be on your way.
What happened here? Arden's dead. How did this happen? If so, then I sure didn't see her. I was hoping to avoid this, but I think I'm going to have to take you to Delok. It's a sacred place to we Fate Weavers. Somewhere that I was hoping to avoid. I was hoping Arden could take you, but I guess it comes down to me. No reason getting anyone else killed over it. Go, I'll meet you there. Once I give Arden a proper funeral. This is twice now I've buried the bodies left in your wake. What's bothering you? He died before his time, but I can't imagine many tears will be shed for him. You tell enough futures and soon you won't have... Everyone thinks the immortal Fae... The Fae are simple. Far simpler than mortals. They never... Get going. I'll meet you there.
Bother me. Ugh, finally. Someone that looks like they could stand... There's need for an adventurer such as yourself. Me and a crew are clever and strong-eyed. If you want more information, seek Hellick Cross. Glad that's done with.
Thank the gods, somebody finally came. Tell us, are you from Gorehart or Dyden Hill? How many warriors travel with you? It seems you're not the assistance we requested, but don't think me ungrateful. I could... those that make their living taking the webbing from the wood so we can process it. Most of them, we sit on the border to Webwood. Most of us silk farmers. Normally, we were out of late. What defenses we have are failing. These monstrous A week ago, a team of hunters was led by the village's chief defender, Barton. We need someone to go find him and his party. Good. I have more information to give you regarding Barton and the hunt, and these townsfolk are growing hysterical. The spiders. We've had and our greatest warrior, Barton, is lost somewhere within it. We need you to find... He is too new to our village to have already given his life in its defense. Good hunting!
Thank the gods. Someone from the outside finally made it through. But it's good you're here. I'm Silhouette Vonner, the village mediciner. Normally I keep a stock of antivenom at hand for when silk farmers get bitten. But with the recent attack, there's not much to the potion. But because we've been in Webwood for... So there is an ingredient I still need. The poison glands of the spiders themselves. Good. I'll need as large a batch of the potion as I can make. So 15... glands or so will be needed. Good day.
Speak with me a moment while we're away from prying ears. Kenrock is looking to me for leadership, and I'm more than happy to give it to them. Let me put it this way. It is for the best that he is dead. Barton has survived worse than this. So here's my proposal. Confirm that I'll pay well for your help in this. Unlike Barton, I have some sense of what are you talking about? I merely asked you to find Barton within Webwood. Now, are we finished? Kenrock has need of me. I'm a very important man. Good hunting!
I was told of ancient days when wise priestess Beala Tirin to goddess Lyria spoke. The people, remembering all after war, called for Durek's fate. Slay them,
I say, isn't there anything we can do about all this? But you could fit the bill. I'm part of an expert. It's as I said, our coffers will thank us when we get there. If you need more information, find out...
Lord Ferrara, valiant warrior, destroyer of Enfaminir, Duke of the Hylarans, protector of the Ring of Kiozai, discoverer of the island of Meropis, were he only to meet a better end. his term among our court, so virile in his living. He is fervor embodied. He is vitality. He rescued Princess Luna to take as his own. King of Sparan, Prince of Passion.
It's good you're here. I was beginning to think you were just something I saw in the bottle. Welcome to the ruins of Delok. Because for some reason, you can change fate. In here, I can get a glimpse of the whole of the weave and see where you should fit in. We'll see soon enough. Deep below us is the Theater of Fate, where the Immortals taught man, Alpha, and Gnome to read the destiny of the world. Come with me. Maybe I am crazy, but not about this. It's the ruins of the Theater of Fate. I'm hoping that the stone will tell me who you are. In we go. Ever since this place was abandoned, strange beasts have moved in. Stay close. This place has been abandoned for so long that some Fate Weavers think it's just a legend. Keep quiet. We aren't safe here. The theater can show us the whole tapestry of fate, laid bare. We can do nothing to change it, or prevent its horrors. Well, most of us can't. After all those years of hiding in a bottle, it's good to see some action again. If only one last time.
This way.
The Theatre of Fate was once an Irathi Since then, it's been lost. We're almost there. Or at least as far as I can take you. I've seen this. This moment. I'm sorry, my friend. This is as far as I can take you. I'm still alive. He was supposed to... Do you have any idea what you've done? What sort of power you're playing with? You absorbed everything he was, everything he would do. You changed the weave of destiny itself. Because of you, there are deeds he won't do. Children of his that won't be born. Victims that won't die when they were supposed to. Right now? No, you probably saved both our lives. But there's no way to tell what larger changes you've made in the fate of everyone around you. You are much more dangerous than I thought. We need to get you to the Theatre of Fate right away. After all those years of hiding in a bottle, it's good to see some action again. If only one last time. We're almost there. Or at least as far as I can take you. I've seen this. This moment. I'm sorry, my friend. This is as far as I can take you. Still alive. He was supposed to... Do you have any idea what you've done? What sort of power you... I know you don't have a written fate, but it's more because of you there are deep victims that won't die when they were supposed to. Yes, I'm aware. You're much more dangerous than I thought. We need to get you to the Theater of... The Theater of Fate. Since then, it's been lost. Read it. It's the ruins of the... I'm hoping that the... Stay close. The Theater of Fate. I never thought I'd see it. We Fate Weavers never fully understood the power of this place. Seems there's a lot we don't understand. Gods, I should have brought another bottle. No surprise that Niskaru found its way to this place of power. Everything about these ruins is dedicated to this. With it, the Fae taught the Fate Weavers the answers to the deepest mysteries of fate. Put your hands on the stone. And maybe we can find answers to your own mysteries. The Niskaru are hideous creatures of chaos and corruption. They hate it. Thankfully, they've mostly been driven back from the Feylands, but you still find a few lurking deep underground. Just put your hand on the Destiny Stone. It'll show me this temple was built by the Arathi. The legends say that they drew on ageless wisdom to build the stone. The Destiny Stone came apart at your touch. And all around you, the tapestry of fate, unweaving itself. And there at the core was the Codex of Destiny. The wisdom that the Fae used to help the first Fate Weavers understand the nature of the weave. Don't you see what this means? Ah! A small price to pay for the Codex of Destiny. If we can find a way to read that, it might help us understand something about you. But for now, just understand this. You're changing the fate of everyone you meet. That could make you more powerful than anything that's walked this world. No. You can still die or fail, but fate doesn't enforce the weave on you. Your gift is freedom, to you and to those around you.
Purge the abomination! In the name of Godflaw!
Well, this looks like some fun.
Who are you? How do we know you're not working with the Tuatha?
I don't care if you trust me. I'm much more interested in your friend here. welcome. I'm beginning to think that these Tuatha don't like you. Now why do you think that might be? After all, someone who can change the fate of the world, who wouldn't want you? Enough to know you're something special. Far more interesting than you were before you died. And that's saying quite a bit. Now it's my turn. What are you doing here? Ha! Knowing the future is for fools. Who reads the end of a book before it's time? Save your attention for the present. Like that codex you found? Our scholars thought those were all gone from the world. But you're just full of surprises. Good luck understanding it. That's Fey knowledge. They don't even have a written language. The stone is simply embedded with what they know, unseeable to mortals. Normally, I'd suggest looking in Issa, but the Fae are not fond of unexpected guests. But don't look so sad. There's still hope. When you're ready, meet me at the House of Ballads. Be on your way.
We can't trust her. Never met a Darkelfar who'd give me a straight answer, even with a sword at their throat. But she wasn't wrong about that codex. Just be careful. Meanwhile, we can't just ignore the Tuatha that are tracking you. We need to do something about them. She said they came through Didenhill, didn't she? They don't belong in these lands, so they probably left a trail wide as an Eden's back. Meet me there, and we'll track them down. Maybe we can find... I've got some final rites to... Good luck.